in the post.
Mad. We're unhappy with each other at the final whistle for not having passed to each other in 2 late breaks. Were you aware of that?
Yes, for me it's perfect. We need to feel something. In this moment we need to feel something. If we need to fight each other, it's like a family. For me it's a very, very good sign. We need to feel something, and that is important.
It shows that the players care.
That is clear. When you don't care, you don't do nothing. When you care, you fight with your brother, with your mother, with your father. So for me, me too. For me, it's a very good sign.
Let's now welcome in Frank Leboeuf and Jan Agerfiotov to talk more about what we saw. We'll get into the game in a moment, but let's react to what we just heard from Ruben Amorim there. And let me start with you, Frank. Just him saying it's a good sign that we see this passion between the two players fighting, not getting the ball passed to them.
I think it's a very good sign. I think that it's as soon as let's say that if there is a communication, there is a will of understanding between each other. I think yes, Diallo should have given the ball to Højlund, but Højlund could have given the ball a minute after to Anthony, and he didn't. And Anthony didn't say anything. That's maybe the difference of somebody completely committed, 100% committed, Højlund in that case, and Anthony not really into it. I love what Højlund does. I love the fact that he comes on and works hard. Yeah, he can be a little bit clumsy, but you can feel that the guy is fighting. He's fighting with his assets and his weaknesses, but he does that. And he's not happy not scoring a 3rd goal. I love that. It's sad that he does on Diallo, which is maybe the most talented player so far for Manchester United, and lately was showed the way to play football in a good way. So it's just sad for that. But otherwise, I'm 100% with Højlund. You have to communicate. You have to show your anger and to share it with your teammates.
Jan, you're nodding along there. The presence of Højlund proved to be the difference today for United.
Yes, and I think we have to. The background here is a bit that Frank was talking about it. Frank, I think that that Højlund has never been accepted as the big number 9 at Manchester United, and he has to take that place. He has to be present. Sometimes they haven't played him. This started today, and maybe today was just coincidence that happened today. But I think that Højlund should demand more. He should demand this place for him. Sometimes they never cross to him, for example. Number 9 will live and die by crosses. In terms of what Amorim said about Højlund and Diallo, I like that, because the problem with Manchester United, they have had this I don't careism. They have had that for a long time now, and if suddenly there is life, please, Manchester United fans will be happy. They should be angry at each other. They should demand things for each other. And I think all players will sign for saying that the teams that we've been a part of that is functioning is when players demand that from each other. A coach can demand it, but you have to demand it from your teammate.
Demanding from the striker.
Well, yes, and I think in the context of what you see from the rest of the players in the attacking core group for Manchester United, say, for example, Marcus Rashford, then that is the picture of the disease that Jan just mentioned there, I don't careism, right? Is that what he referred to?
I don't careism, yeah.
I don't careism, yes. Well, he is the picture of that. He is the picture of a guy whose body language doesn't tell you, I am fully into this, I am fully engaged, I am fully committed to what we're trying to do as a club and what I'm trying to do as an individual. And so then in comes Rasmus Højlund, and at the very least, he's throwing his body around. At the very least, he's willing to run in behind, he's willing to post up, he's fighting with defender, he's fighting with Diallo. At the very least, you see a change in attitude. And I think this is something that is needed not only in the case of Rasmus Højlund or the attacking core group of players of Manchester United, but across the board from Manchester United. There has to be a change of attitude. And so what I like, beyond the fact that he's yelling or screaming at Amad Diallo, is that he's actually coming off the bench and making a difference, a productive difference in scoring important goals. That, to me, is far more important as to whether he gets his arms up or not to Diallo. Now, yeah, as a striker, you're on 2 goals, you feel hot, you feel good, you feel like every ball that you touch is about to go into the back of the net, then of course you want the ball played to you all the time, and of course the hands will go up in the air. I think we would be having a different discussion if this game had ended 2-2 or it had ended 3-2 for Victoria Pilsen, and all we see is from Rasmus Højlund getting his arms up. That's what winning the game does for you. That this feels like it's a good thing instead of, oh my goodness, all they're doing is pointing the finger at each other. Now, because they've won the match, and Amorim says, yes, we need this passion, and yes, we won, and yes, this is growth, and yes, this is evolution, now then it feels like we're heading in the right direction. What I like from Højlund is the impact of the bench in production of goals, in production in terms of his style of play, and the attitude with which he played the game.